Hi, I'm Stephanie V. Welcome to my audition tape. I'm going to show you why I should be a future transformer. Inside I have a lot going on and I think it might interest you. Come on in. Let me tell you a little bit about what's going on. This is a kitchen that's 35 years old. You'll see here that we have a nice living space here. I'm taking everything off around the room, all of your molding. Had a little problem though. Once we took off the molding, you will see up here we have black mold. That is a problem. But they would have never known it, and they would have never known that they had moisture at the time. But anyway, we'll deal with that later. Over here you will see that we have brand new cabinets. These are specially made. I custom designed them and they're made out of maple. It's very important to know what type of material you're going to use. Is it maple? Is it pine? Or is it an exotic wood? So here we have an island. This whole footprint has been changed. You'll see that I'm putting can lights up, but when you do a lot of work like this, what happens? You get a lot of unexpected holes, things that have to be fixed. Remember, maintenance is key as well as prep. Prep is a little bit more important than your finished product if you really want to get it right. So, let me show you what we're about to do. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to roll up my sleeves. Then, as I said, safety is first. I'm going to put on my nice pink gloves. And then I'm going to show you the project for today. Today I'm going to show you about sheetrocking. This is going to have a lot of tile work. This is going to be the new area that we're going to have our stove top. The stove top before was over here. When I said we changed this footprint, we have changed this footprint. So anyway, this here has to be dealt with, but you have to do it correctly. What I'm going to do today, I'm going to show you what is needed for you to be able to fix the holes in the room. What's most important, especially when you start any project, is that we are prepared. And that's why the word is called prepared and not postpared. But anyway, this here is what we call a nailer or a cleat. How did I get this? I actually just went to a hardware store, knew the size that I wanted by measuring just a tad larger than the opening, and had it cut. We will use this to nail and then put our sheetrock. This is going to secure everything for us, okay? Now, because we don't have a lot of time, I've already pre-cut our sheetrock. So, let's start. What do? We have our cleat or a nailer. We have our sheetrock. We have all of our tools. We have our 1 1/4 inch drywall screws. It is very important that you get the correct screws at the time. So, how do we start this process? Now, most important, I don't want you to ever forget, safety is truly first. First, your safety, which are my gloves and my goggles. Then after that, always make sure, it is extremely important that you mark utilities. You'll see, for me, I put a W for wire. You never want to hit wires or pipes. These are the things that you must do before we start our project. So now that I know where the wire is, and you see this is pretty close, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my cleat or my nailer, and I'm going to put it inside the opening. I'm going to hold it, make sure that it's secure, as you see. Then I am going to take the screw and I am going to make sure that I have just enough space. I'm going to hold this securely, and you hold it tight, and there. That side is done. Here we go. We're securing our other side. Make sure that the head is flush so that when you get to your smoothing process, there's not a problem. Now, I'm very lucky. I had a stud. So since this was up here, I don't have to worry about putting another cleat or another nailer. At this point, I am now going to take my sheetrock, which I've had pre-cut, the drywall. Okay, so I'm going to secure this in 4 corners. with gentle pressure so that I do not let the cleat fall through. There we go. Okay, this one here, just a tad more. Oh God. There. Make sure it is very secure. Now, now that we've secured the drywall, the next step is to use our tape. I prefer mesh. Some people prefer other things, but you find out what works for you. So this here has adhesive on the side. You secure it, tear it. You have to make sure that your tape covers all 4 corners. This, once again, is prep. There we go. When you put this on, I would suggest that you see if there are any bumps or anything that might make your finished product not the way you would like it. So, now what do? Taping knife. And I'm going to make sure that I cover all the tape. Make sure it's smooth. And go one direction. Now, wasn't that easy? Because I knew you were coming to visit me today, I've already pre-set an area just for us so you'll know what happens next. So we'll pretend this is 24 hours. You will see that this has actually dried. Okay? The next important thing, we must make sure that there are no imperfections, because in the finish, you will see all. See right here? Away they go. What's next? What I will do, I will then, once again, use some additional joint compound. This is a process that will usually take 3 coats. So this is just our second coat. There. What comes next? This here will dry for 24 hours. I will come back and do the process one more time, scraping away any imperfections. At that point, I will do it one more, and then I will use my finishing tool. I will sand. This is very, very important because this will determine how well your wall will look. What happens after this? Then we are ready to do 2 of my favorite things, prime and then paint. Well, for today, I think I've showed you how to prepare your walls. And this is why I need to be a home transformer, because I think I've showed you something today that you didn't know yesterday. Have a great day. Stephanie V.